Hi, I'm Jack Clark, and welcome to the Doc Hudson Fieldhouse. I'd like to show you around. We began playing rugby in 1882 at Cal. It was our first sport on campus, and we slowly morphed into American football. If you think about our country before the turn of the century, we were a lot of immigrants and everyone kind of melting into kind of an American identity. And we wanted to play our own games, and certainly rugby was seen as a British game. So we morph into American football sometime after 1882, just before the turn of the century. And the American game proved to be pretty dangerous early on, kind of battlefield tactics where you'd really go after a player. And believe it or not, there were deaths in American football around this period of time. So we go back to playing rugby by presidential decree from 1906 to this period of 1914, and if you get close, you can see this is rugby played on our campus during that period of time with 30, 40, 50,000 fans in the stand. This is the what could have been moment for rugby. Then we of course morphed back into American football, and we continue to play rugby as a second sport. As you kind of go through the room, when you get over on photos like this from the 70s with guys with long hair and beards, and you're firmly in my area. These are my buddies. And here's the 1913 team in their number ones, all dressed up, ready to go. One of the artifacts of the building here. This is the first American team to ever leave our shores and play overseas. And they traveled as the American Universities team, and it was a team comprised of Stanford students and Cal students, and University of Nevada, Reno had a good team at the time. And Wanganui is in New Zealand, and you can see it's a great poster because the kickoff at 2:30 sharp, in case there was any doubt. And that's the team picture here. When the English come by, they give you a crystal vase, and of course the Spaniards give you a sailing ship. And that ball right there is from the 1914 big game, Cal versus Stanford. And you can see we lost here. It's 26-8, so it has to be an old ball to put a losing ball into the showcase. And the Welsh give you a coal miner's lamp, and this cup is from turn of the century. And then the Fijians give you a kava bowl. Kava, it's a root of a tree that they dry out and put in a bit of a rosin bag, and you put it with fresh water, and then you put one bowl into another, and they hand it to you. Bulla, bulla, and you clap your hands, and you throw it back, and it tastes like bad dishwater, and you wake up with a horrible headache. These are the two main artifacts of the building. France, Paris, 1924. The Frenchman died pretty early, and his family went through his effects and found the American's jersey and then sent it back to him, which was really a beautiful gesture. And then the son of this particular player, who is now passed as well, donated them to us here at the Fieldhouse. We believe they're the only two jerseys from that 1924 gold medal performance by the American team. Here's Miles Doc Hudson and Jim Truck Collin. 1974. We're back to it's not the summer of love, but you wouldn't know it. I think it certainly appears it, and there it is. That's the tour of the Doc Hudson Fieldhouse. Glad you could spend some time with me.